game diamond in this video. So the Jones family has really been pissing me off because they haven't been doing what they need to do with my Dallas Cowboys. First, I start hearing reports that they were going to get rid of Alden Smith. They weren't going to re-sign him. And then Mike McCarthy, he basically says, well, no, I'm not shutting the door all the way completely on Alden Smith. He actually played great for us, which he did. He should have got comeback player of the year. Had Dallas had a winning record, Alden Smith would have had comeback player of the year. He hadn't played in over, 4 to 5 years? He did great. So I just think that just kind of shocked me, blew me away a little bit to hear that they weren't going to be bringing him back. But Mike McCarthy might have some say-so, so hopefully, Jesus Christ, bring this man back. They basically went on this free agency mediocre tour, signing a bunch of mediocre players in the NFL. And the Cowboys always do this. They always try to turn mediocre / budget type of players. They always try to get those type of players to become great and to be in starting positions and starting roles to fix multiple issues on offense and defense. They always try to get these players and have them live up to something they haven't quite done yet. And they always wonder why they are underperforming in the National Football League. They always wonder why. Now, they have made some moves that opened my eye and I looked at. For instance, when they signed Keanu Neal from the Atlanta Falcons. The only thing is, these 2 new additional safeties that Dallas has signed from the Atlanta Falcons, they are unproven safeties. Not necessarily unproven, but they were a part of one of the worst passing defenses in the National Football League. So how is this something to get excited about? Something to feel good about? Now, Keanu Neal, he is someone who is better in the box, like a Cam Chancellor, per so to say, but Cam Chancellor has better instincts and he's just a better overall player. The things that Cam Chancellor did were undoubtable. They were impeccable in many ways in terms of how he played in the Seattle Seahawks defense in that cover 3 type of scheme, to where he's virtually like a linebacker that is still getting out to the flat, but he's still playing the run and helping out with the run as well. Keanu Neal, he could potentially be that. He could potentially become that and be that. I haven't just seen it from him in terms of a dominant sense. Now, he can become that because he does have some instances, some film, some tape, to where whenever he's in, per so, a run fit type of situation, when he's in the box, per so to say, when he's down like a linebacker basically, he does make great plays. He does make great plays, great splash plays.
33 on first down. This is Patterson, Jonathan. They look to get the ball connected. 180. So now Nick Foles and the Bears start from their 10-yard line. In for Jarrett. 2nd and goal from the 9. As Foles swings it out to Cohen. But right there to make the hit was Keanu Neal.
Davis won't go anywhere this time. Got wrapped up in a hurry. Keanu Neal there.
But every time you read the clips, that song was in your head when you read his name.
Absolutely, no, it fits. But unfortunately here, he is being erased by the hard-hitting safety, Keanu Neal.
Safety playing up around the line of scrimmage. You see him right there coming off the edge. He splits the tackle and the tight end, Kyle Rudolph and Brian O'Neill. Let Keanu Neal go right between them for that.
A quick snap, and it doesn't work out. Atlanta's defense holding strong and stopping Mike. Swift, the rookie from Georgia, had a big game, a career day last week. Falcons are ready this time. Maybe 3rd down. Quickly to the line. Stafford. Pass he is caught. T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end, but short of the 1st down. Peterson. Going to bring a 3rd down. Need to give him
mostly blocking in Chicago. When he came to Carolina with Cam Newton.
Here is a catch and fumble so far. Let's take another look. Right now it's catch, fumble, and Neal's the one that hit him.
Somewhere in all that, there's supposed to be a football move, and I don't know that he had time for any of that.
It's a turnover, so we will have it looked at. And we'll get the call when we come back. It's close.
Into the nickel, 3rd and 9. Dumping it off to Waller, the tight end. Grabbed and taken down. Keanu Neal.
The coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, has to be excited about his Falcons and the way that they're playing defense. They came in. He took over as defensive coordinator when Raheem Morris was moved.
The old Newt Rockne. Look at this. Back to you, and looking to throw it is Watkins to Mahomes, and it is picked off. Keanu Neal is there for the interception. It does not work. Neal was all over it. The interception. and the Falcons take over. Here's Mahomes to Williams on the pitch, looking to get to the sticks, and Neal says,
Field, he sees the play develop and know he has to beat Darrell Williams to the point. And let me tell you what, he has great closing speed. He's got great range from that safety position, but boy, he brings a lot at the point of contact also.
This is basically what Dallas is trying to do, just automatically put him in that type of situation, virtually having that hybrid linebacker type of scheme that we're starting to see more teams in the NFL do. We see a lot of college teams do this, like Alabama, Ohio State, prevalent teams that do that, and we're starting to see more NFL teams start to experiment with this, and teams have been doing this with safeties like Mark Barron and Tyrann Mathieu, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, like those type of safeties. Like the NFL's already been starting to do this within the last decade, definitely. So this is no surprise basically to me, but I do think that's a way that he can thrive in, and that's a way for safeties that are bigger, that are basically like linebackers, this hybrid type of safety linebacker look more, and it will be used more so in a nickel look, because nickel you can obviously play the pass and the run beautifully at the same time. Now, DeMonte Casey on the other hand, I'm not too sure about him. This man here, he was definitely the integral piece of that horrible, horrific passing defense there in Atlanta. Signing him, he's one of those mediocre players that I'm talking about, slightly having a name, but not really just quite frankly proving themselves in the NFL in terms of just being a dominant force. Dallas is always signing these type of players, trying to get them to live up above what they have not proven yet. And they wonder why they always find themselves watching the playoffs most of the time, if not exiting when they first enter. But hey, who knows? We have Dan Quinn as our DC now. He's running the show, meaning we're going to have a Seattle Seahawks type of defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all comes together, hypothetically speaking. It might work out beautifully. It might work out beautifully. I don't know. It's just too early to tell. Now, what Dallas can do is, in the upcoming draft, they can do a defensive overhaul and draft nothing but studs. And if they do that, combined with what they're doing in free agency, maybe possibly we can get a good outcome in terms of a complete roster. Because I'm telling you right now, everyone else in the division is basically starting to pass them up in terms of roster moves and who they're acquiring and getting during free agency. I hope my Dallas Cowboys, we can put it all together. I hope the Jones family can move forward and possibly put together a roster that can be competitive. We're certainly right there on the edge. I feel and I believe. But they got to put it all together. And they have to address the concerns and needs, particularly on that defensive line, stopping the run, getting to the passer, drafting more DBs, putting that all together as a collective, and we can possibly do something. We just lost Chidobe Awuzie in free agency, so we're going to have to draft a corner, another one to pair with Trayvon Diggs. I believe we still have Anthony Brown, we still have Jordan Lewis. They just re-signed him. So we're going to have to do a defensive overhaul in this upcoming draft. And then Dallas can possibly be there to be contentious, but we have to do that. We must do it.